All right, I just wanted to get one in real quick before I start work. That's right, it's what, 6 p.m. and I get to start, as soon as I get there. I gotta say, and I know I'm aware of the mistake I've made many times where, the new job starts, and this is an old new job. Remember, I used to work here, where in the beginning, you're like, oh, this is so great, man. It's better than the last thing. Well, I'm definitely there. But with the context of, leaving behind, oh, I got to stop saying that. I watched my last video and almost lost it listening to how many times I said, So now there's going to be a little game I want anybody to play if you watch me live or a video. Every time I say, take a shot. You may accidentally end yourself. So I'm going to stop doing that because I'm very conscious of it now. So on that, without saying the thing that I seem to say, without any intention of doing so, right now, with the context of looking back at how miserable I was in the corporate culture workplace, I really do appreciate just once again being able to just be myself, not tote the rules of, there it was right there. Tote the rules of being in corporate and being as fake as possible, wearing that smile that is usually undeserved by a clientele that resents you just for being there. Yesterday, here, I want to get this one out there for sure. I don't know if this was the highlight of my week. I don't know if this, well, you be the judge. This gal, I'm gonna put her in her 20s, like 24. That's my guess. All right. This is one of the, I don't know, interesting perks of being in a family-owned business, not by corporations, but by a family that gives a shit about you. But okay, so this woman, 20-ish for sure, definitely built. Okay, I mean, in every compartment. She was like, she's wearing clothes technically, but they were popping out. Hey, Bryn, good to see you. I know your favorite fan out there loves to hear your name, but I don't care if you're out there and you really give a shit about who I say hello to. Then your existence is sadder than I could even imagine. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't want to document this just for the sake of it, but this is a memory. I took a picture, took a selfie. It's on Facebook. Yeah, I do selfies. I'm a grown ass man. What you gonna do? So the chick walks in. Immediately, I need to know where she's going, dressed like she was. She told me she was going to a rave. She may as well have not been wearing clothes at all. Okay, this is not a. I'm not condemning, not endorsing. I'm just saying it was interesting. Her huge double D's or whatever they were popping all the way out. Her areolas were slipping at the top. I mean everything. And her skirt, which may as well have not been there at all. I mean, honestly, what was the point? She dropped a cup, bent over, and my boss walked around the corner. She bent fully over, and I just saw, well, my supervisor. She looked at it, just the first thing she saw was a big old juicy plump fat ass, and the look of, I don't know, amazement on my homegirl's face was hilarious. It is all on the camera of the business that I work for. That moment I'm just gonna document in time for forever. That was just hilarious. And I look forward to these little random encounters I have with the populace. Really, truly. Not being in a corporation and having to wear the pickle suit, the uniform, and be identified just like the personnel number and all that shit. I really do enjoy this. I'm much more comfortable in my own skin. I get to fucking speak how the fuck I want to speak. And yeah, so sometimes. Oh, hey, what's up, Feral Chinchilla? And I have been meaning to go live. I mean, I've been doing a lot of the shorts. Let me rant and rave. That's what I do. I really am leaning into my love of the comic book medium, but I feel like the channel is just all over the place, and I've always advertised that there's no brand, but am I ever really gonna just focus the channel on one thing? I don't think that's possible here. I'm talking to two channels that are successful in putting out content and reviews of comic books. I'm going to seek their advice. And I'm always receptive to anything anybody has to say that even bothers to come around here, because I'm always grateful for that, for your presence. This is a good way for me to start my evening. You know what such a blessing is when I'm working for this family again? They literally gave me like a clean slate schedule. I can come and go as I please. Although if I do a closing shift, and this is the only place in the state, or not, let me not go that far, in this area that on the weekends we stay open. I'll be here till I shall be here till 2 o'clock in the morning, probably a little bit after that, and weekdays 1 o'clock in the morning. They're not scheduling me in the mornings anymore, which is fine by me. I hated waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to clean the floors and then get the regulars that come in for their shots to start the day. Oh man, another blessing. I don't have to fuck with Lotto anymore. I enjoy comic videos. Oh, see, so I'm hoping to tap into that if anything. My approach, I'm hoping, can be appealing not just for like the current dying, I don't want to say it's a dying art, printed media. I think comic books are doing quite well. Comic cons are apparently dying, but I want to tap into people like, as Chinchilla just said, that just have the nostalgia. I mean, that's a whole market in of itself. You remember just opening a comic book or seeing them in places that don't exist anymore, like in local newsstands or the spin dial, what is it, spin rack, where all those old school comic books were. And it's synonymous with like remembering way back when you were a kid. And if I can in any way tap into that and getting people that were once into comics that just kind of dropped off, I would love to show some of the stories. Like, I have a huge collection as it stands. I'd love to do something with that. And the stories they tell, one recently, like the shorts I'm doing, if you've read the book Lord of the Flies, I don't know if this sounds bankable or Hollywood, but imagine Lord of the Flies with the DC villains like Joker and Lex Luthor and the whole rogues gallery. The coolest thing about Batman is the bad guys, right? I mean, I've always thought so. I'm a huge Batman fan too. So they put all these villains, these deadly ass villains that hate each other, and they click up on an island. And Lex Luthor is like trying to be the savior, and Joker just wants chaos because he's the Joker. And you got a third camp, which is Randall Savage, who just wants to subjugate all the women and just make baby makers. That ends up not turning out too well for him. And of course there's a unifier, but like it's the commentary, and there's the metaphors. And I would love to just kind of deep dive into how mature lessons are expressed through the comic book medium. This is not a unique thing. It's a niche though, for sure. So I am a little apprehensive of seeing how it would be received, but I'm gonna try. I think they're all gonna be pre-recorded. I don't think a live of going through comic books would do very well. But it's something. I just got a piece of technology where I can hover the phone and use two hands. But one of these comic book channels that I got in touch with wants to teach me how to use whatever the hell he's using to show like pages independently, and they can go one after another. I like voice, or ever since I DJ'd, I like voice work. Or I don't know how quite to put this. I've done this often. I'm like I've said earlier in this little live, I'm comfortable in my own skin. So if this is embarrassing for anybody, it ain't me. I opened up almost every day when I was a DJ for a job that doesn't work anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. Kabooms, with this voice right here. You ready for the moneymaker? What's up, Wolverine? Shabbat Shaboz, man. I'm gonna go with that. I love that. It's like a combination of Tybo and Shalom Stephen A. It's a damn right. Another blah 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 up in this piece. So here we go. This would be the DJ voice. Alrighty, guys, everybody out there in Wolverine and Steven's party. That's Wolverine and Steven's party. Head on back to your party room now. It is time for pizza. God, it sounds awful now, maybe even cringy, but I did that on a microphone for god dang just about nearly 10 years. They paid me almost $20 an hour for that and being a supervisor of 8 skate guards. And that's how I got so damn good at skating myself because I kept skates on for sometimes 10-hour shifts. I would start at 10 o'clock in the morning and leave at 1 o'clock in the morning. And those were the good old days. I really was. I loved being a DJ. I loved dealing with the public, which is why I seem to keep staying in any kind of business or job where I deal with people. And hey, this place actually has a tip jar. So my jovial personality and inappropriate jokes are rewarded. I walked away with at least 40 bucks last night just for being the asshole I am. And that's appreciation. Here, let's do the dumbest thing that people do on YouTube that make them look as dumb as possible. Let's flex some cash. Let me see really how much I made. There is a lot to, oh, you burned me there. I got a lot to be comfortable in. I'm feeling mighty comfortable. It was kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese, Stephen A. Kaboom's Amusement and Party Center. So apparently, or allegedly, there was connections with a mob in New Jersey. Oh shit, I gotta get to work soon. So let me see this tip money right quick. Hold up. Okay, starting here. Yeah, I'm really flexing my tips right now. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see some 20s. This is not all tips. Those two 20s, they made up tips. Okay, yeah, I just flashed a couple bucks. I don't normally carry cash. I am a Fidelity card member, and that's how I roll, man. I don't, and especially around here, bro. I don't believe carrying cash. This is I love this place. I'm comfortable here. It can be dangerous though. One of my friends who used to work here, I don't know how long ago this was, she had a piece pulled on her. And one of the owners here, he this was years ago, got into a physical altercation, and the homeboy that was there at the time that saved the day, he's still here. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him. There was a pew pewing. The guy that came to rob this place all those years ago got into a physical fight with my buddy, who is the owner. It's two brothers that own this joint, and they were fighting over the piece. And then our friend that still works here came out of the back with his own piece, a revolver, like a little 38, and he took aim and pow, hit the guy that was trying to rob the joint in his muscle, like blew his muscle off. And guess what happened? Like this, what's up, Maxwell? It's great to see you, man. It's great to see all of you. Hi, John B. Uh, so this is like, oh man, this is so depressing to say. I gotta start walking. So the asshole that tried to rob and uh, end the life of my current boss ended up suing. I thought in the state of Florida, man, that there was a right to defend. There was video and everything, and the guy that works here, I'm not gonna put his name out. Like he had to, like the whole family here chipped in, and they got a lawyer, and they fought this asshole in the courts who didn't. I don't know if he faced any jail time. I might ask some questions today just to get clarity on the matter, but that's this system, man. And if I even just saying the system, I know this could be the beginning of a whole other rant that will last for eons and eons, and it'll be the live stream that never ends. So okay, I'm next to my store. Maxwell, John, I remember you, bro. Stephen A, Wolverine, Chinchilla, Bryn, if you're still here. My Shabbats, my Shaloms, and my goodbye for nows. All right, let's see what the future brings. Let's walk in to the old bastard. Oh, it's my favorite people. Almost. This is gonna be an interesting day. All right, guys, hold on. We're on the hush hush. What's up, ladies? What's up, Hugh? How you doing, brother? All right. Yo, Joe. What's up, man? Okay. Trying. There you go. You get the recognition for the day that you're everywhere that I go, and I wouldn't be complete without you. So thank you. All right, I'm gone. Peace. Work time.